Shalom, dear friends. This week we're going to read about an interesting mitzvah that each Jewish person, rich or poor, has to give a half a silver dollar as charity, a contribution to the Holy Temple, so that they have money to bring the morning and afternoon sacrifice on behalf of all Jews. Now, that's the reason, by the way, why we pray today when we don't have the temple anymore, or yet, before Mashiach comes, why we pray today, morning and afternoon. It's in place of those sacrifices. Now, each Jew, back to what we're saying, had to give this half shekel, as it's called, half a silver dollar, as a contribution to the temple. Now, when the Jews received this commandment, God summons Moshe, Moses, the leader of the Jewish people. He says, Moshe, I want to show you what the coin looks like. All right, thank you. Pictures, movies, I love movies. And he shows him a high definition picture or few moment movie of the half a silver dollar that he wants all the Jews, rich and poor, to give for the temple sacrifices. Now, when Moshe gave a look, he saw that coin with whatever images it had in that time, but instead of being made out of silver, it was made out of fire. He was looking at fire in the air. He had this vision, a real vision, not a New York subway vision, but a real vision that really took place, that God actually showed it to him. And he saw it made out of ash, fire. Why? Why show him a sample of a coin made out of fire? We don't want the Jews to give coins made out of fire to the temple. It's not going to get us too far. We want it made out of silver so we could buy sheep. So what was this whole vision all about? So the Lubavitcher Rebbe, who knew the food for thought that we need today to chew on, to survive these last moments of exile before we see the third temple and we bring those sacrifices, he says, of course the point is the fire. Why? What greater example of spirituality is there in our little mundane, down-to-earth realm of planet Earth? Is there more than fire? Fire has a lot of characteristics of spirituality. It's hard to hold. It's not really tangible. There's no mass that you could really touch. It has no weight. It's always yearning to go upwards. It's like a spiritual, ghostly type of a creation. Fire is a very interesting, intriguing type of a being. Fire symbolizes spirituality. It even says in certain books from great thinkers that all of matter in this world on planet Earth is made out of 4 elements of fire, wind, and water and earth. Fire, wind, water, and earth is what everything comprises of. But it says that there are also certain types of matter that are not physical, that are made out of fire and wind, such as malachim, angels. Angels also have bodies, but they don't have physical bodies because it's made out of fire and wind. Fire and wind are very spiritual. They are physical, they have physical properties, but they're very spiritual type of physical beings. So God showed Moshe this half a silver coin made out of fire to teach him, says the Rabbi, such an important lesson about life. The moment, says the Rebbe, that you take your silver coin and you give it away for the benefit of another human being, to make them smile, do you know what happened to that coin? You infuse it with intense, spiritual, godly, holy energy, like equivalent to nuclear energy, just on the positive side. Not energy that destructs, energy that constructs, that builds goodness in the world. Every time you take a dollar, you put into a pushka, you at that moment converted that currency and that material into a piece of holiness. The physical that you're holding is only a small part of the story. Yes, it's silver. It's made out of dollars, out of money, out of material, cotton, whatever they use to make your bill. But that's only a small part of the story. It's an object, an item of holiness now. This is such an important lesson for us now. Before Mashiach comes, when the third temple will be rebuilt, and we're going to indeed give a physical half a silver dollar for the morning and afternoon sacrifices, which until then we pray morning and afternoon now because we don't have those sacrifices yet or anymore. So until then, you have to remember that what brings the third temple is you taking your belongings, things that are your assets, and giving it and using it for a good, holy, great purpose. And at that moment, there's this immense conversion taking place. You're converting it into an amazing item of holiness. God bless you all. Stay warm on this Thursday, the Parsha of Shekalim, and hope to see you at Chabad King's Highway. Services are at 9:30 a.m.